Right, well, so here's my little eMac, absolutely wonderful, 1.25 gigahertz, gig of RAM, I'm 40 gig drive or something, £8.50, which is about, what, $12, $13. I'm not saying that you're all going to go out and buy one at that price, but at that kind of price, what are you going to do? Having a Morphos machine doesn't mean I'm moving away from Aros. I'm still going to continue with Aros. All my plans are with Aros, but as you'll see later, there's some things I can do on there, and I actually really like it. It's very, very impressive. I must apologise for one thing. There's no way I can get not a stable image on this. Now, usually I do this on an LCD monitor, so the display is actually really nice and stable, but because this is on one of these CRT monitors, we have that problem with the screen rolling, so apologies for that. I can't do anything. I did actually buy one of the Apple monitor adapters that plugs into the side to plug it in, but it just, I bought it, got it, it arrived, and it was the wrong one, so I ran out of time on that. So bear with me on this, okay? It's not going to be as easy to see, but the resolution I've dropped to 1024 to make it a bit easier, but I'm just going to briefly go through it. So, first impressions. I love it. It's absolutely brilliant. The main thing, obviously the main thing, apart from the stuff in the background, okay, but the main thing is it's got ambient. Ambient is lovely, alright? So quick look. Right, so as you can see, here's my desktop. Now I've upgraded this with, I think they call it the Pro Pack, which is a whole bunch of applications that are freely available. Some new themes, backdrops, all that kind of thing, and this little toolbar at the bottom, which I really do like actually. There's some nice applications in there, which I'm going to go for. I want to try and concentrate mostly on the start with on the Morphos applications. Anyway, so first things first, let's open up my work drive. In here I've got some applications. Click on media, open up graphics, and one thing. Now we can do this in Aros, obviously, right? But I'd quite like. I mean, I like this just instantly. It's there, all files, thumbnails. Not got to go up to the menu. Now, of course, the other thing is we've got all the thumbnails now, so you can see all the pictures in there, which again is just really nice. So. It's just more fine-tuned. So this is just these are comments for Aros developers. They're not complaining about Wonderware because it is still a great little system, but it needs work and needs some love, as we keep saying. And this is a good little way of looking and seeing just ideas and other ways to move along. It's great that you can put it on this low-cost hardware because to make new hardware is just expensive. But it's actually a really nice little machine. I was quite surprised. Once I dropped it down to 1024. Massive difference. Right, back to where I was. So, okay, let's pick something first. MUI. Here's your MUI control panel. MUI 4 on this is obviously more advanced than Zune. It is actually really, really nice. I haven't got time to go into details on it, but it is actually very, very nice. And then the preferences. Now, I did see someone comment on the preferences, and they say, it's too Mac-like. Well, yeah, I agree. That actually, out of the whole system, that bit is Mac-like, but it's really good. It's really, I mean, it's such a great idea, and I absolutely love it. So I can just click on screens, do my changes, the blankers, and it's just, it's nice. It's just really nice. I mean, look, you've got the animation playing. It's very professional. I mean, bear in mind you are paying for this, not a free OS, okay? You are paying for this, but it's worth every penny. Two little applications that come with Morphos, which I really like. Paint, okay? So let's do that again. Paint. Now this is what comes with Morphos, okay? This is a great little application for. I'm a basic paint kind of guy. I'm no talent at all, but I use it for cutting, cropping, and scaling images. And this program will do it. It's absolutely brilliant, and it comes with it. So I'm really impressed with it. It did have a problem with the 2203 version, but the 2204 version is nice and stable. There was a bit of a glitch with the earlier one, but. Absolutely fantastic. So I do like that. Also, if I can find it again this time, Showgirls. I mean, this is absolutely stunning. Now, on some case, you might think to yourself, well, this is possibly just an image viewer with thumbnails. It's so much more. I mean, things like zoom, let's do 200%. We can scroll it around. You know, all that kind of stuff. There's tons of things you do. But what's really interesting, scale it, shrink to fit display. Sorry, shrink to fit. Oh, you can see I'm still getting the hang of this. Oh, there you go. Scroll bar, just shrink it down. There you go, like that. It's got some fantastic functionality. So up here we've got process. We've got all kinds of things we can do on this. We can all got basic kind of graphics functions. It's built into this system, and one thing that's really useful is a batch converter. I mean, you know, so those two applications on their own, absolutely fantastic. And with later on when I get to show you Blender, right? It all makes it a really cool little system and a very usable one. So let's close that. M-Player. Obviously on Aros we've got M-Player. We can go full screen, double click, play it back. Let's skip through to find something interesting. Now it's very quiet. I do have a problem at the moment where my sound, I've got it full volume, but for some reason it's not really loud enough. So I found if you turn the gain up a little bit, which I'm assuming is not necessarily the best thing to do, but we'll do that. So now we can hear it. Okay. So I think that's just something I've got to figure out how to do. But one thing we haven't got as yet on Aros. In fact, no, that's too loud. Right, let's close that. It's scaling. Look at this. I mean, this is really nice. Now, I'm sure Amiga OS has probably got that as well, but it really makes a difference. And double click, and although it's only a 1.25 gigahertz machine, this is playing as well as the Atoms. It's very, very nice. You know, for a movie player, I absolutely love it. So there's that. Here's Blender. I'm going to put it in 1024. Now, you know, you've got this on Morphos, you've got it on Amiga OS. I mean, this is a great program. I'm rubbish at it, but I can show you something I did do. Right, so, I mean, you've got Blender on here. It's really nice. You know, it performs pretty well. It's obviously going to get beaten by a 3 gigahertz dual core, quad core, whatever, but for development, it's great. Absolutely fantastic. There's also... although now I'm not going to be able to find out again. You can do sequence editing with this, so Blender is actually a really good video editor tool. What can I say? It's actually fantastic, and I'm desperate to get this on Aros. Now, I'm personally, I've seen it run on Amiga OS 2, and it runs just as good on Amiga OS as well. So the one thing I do find is that things run brilliantly. Okay, the applications are really fast. And if you run, I mean, I had OS 10 on this before, and it was alright. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. But it was, you know, at times it's a little bit sluggish. But on here, everything absolutely flies. You know, I'm guessing it's down to the Amiga's operating system, the Morphos operating system, Amiga OS operating system. They run really well on PowerPC. So let's come to let's open the browser. Just show you how good the browser is. Now, the browser on here, OWB, really good. I would say, although it's based on the same, I forgot what it's called, a WebKit as the OWB on Aros, I think that the engine itself is slightly more, it's a bit more finely tuned. We have a few little glitches that appear, not many, just a few little glitches that appear occasionally. This is a bit more sound. I think one of the jobs when we upgrade will be to fix those tweaks. But another thing is it's not got much more functionality than we've got, but it's more honed and more finished, and it's a nice one. So I think if anyone out there wants to have a look at this, it's actually a really nice little browser, and the PowerPC handles it absolutely beautifully. So I'm really impressed with that. So if we run, for example, BBC, this is quite a, not a heavy-duty site, but you know, I would say the performance on this is actually faster than on the OWB on the Atom. Not a lot, I'd say about 30% quicker, even though this is slightly slower, but I think it's just overall there's some optimizations in here which are very, very good. So I do like OWB on here. It's not like it's ahead of us, but it is better. Okay, a bit more fine-tuned. So also there's tools there for playing movies. So on Aros you can, we have a thing called YTMon, which allows you to copy the YouTube address into the clipboard, and then it automatically loads up M-Player. I know there's things, I think they've got a kind of a flash playlist. I've not got it going, but it's there's work being done there as well, which is very good. I think actually maybe Morphos are more advanced than we are. I think that might be fair. We'll see. So yeah, browsing is absolutely fantastic.